La, la, la. Hey, yeah, yeah.
Well, if you're trying to cash in on the Eco Energy rebate program and you want to get the biggest bang for your buck, our next guest has a tip that can help you do just that. Diana Livschitz joins us today. Welcome.
Nice to be here. It's great to see you guys, full of energy as always.
Welcome back.
It's always
Good
a
to see
pleasure.
Thank you.
Well, there's still time with the Eco Energy program, right?
Absolutely. And a lot of people that already have had their Eco Energy retrofit done, it's a wonderful program that thankfully has been brought back. However, it's a very broad spectrum program.
Right.
Okay.
And it's the same way that you go to a doctor just for your annual physical. The same thing, the Eco Energy retrofit program and the audit is a program that will give you an overall analysis of your home.
Okay.
However, there are tools on the marketplace that will give you a very specified diagnostic of where those issues are. And this is a big problem. You go into, you have this audit, and then you start, okay, do I start tearing down walls because I need more insulation? Or is it possible to find out exactly where in the wall am I missing the insulation?
Right, and that's where technology comes in. You've brought a really cool piece of technology that was originally intended for the military, as I understand it.
Absolutely. Thermographic imagery started to be utilized in the 1970s. For the military.
Right.
However, and this was basically kept to the military for quite a long time, basically because of the cost.
Right.
It was very cost prohibitive. However, over the years, thankfully the cost was managed to be brought down quite a bit. And now we have this technology at our disposal for our homes. Now, what this thermographic imagery does, and thank you very much for Barrhaven Home Inspectors, because they were kind enough to loan us this equipment.
Right.
What this does is basically they come in and they analyze wall by wall, window by window, where you have those issues. Is it insulation in your wall that is somehow damaged somewhere? You don't have then to tear down the entire wall. You know exactly where that quadrant is. Do you have mold issues and where those mold issues are? Do you have leaking around the vents area?
Right.
This is very similar. When you go to a doctor, you have your physical and you talk about your symptoms.
Right.
Then the doctor listens to you and says, okay, well, let's run some diagnostic tests to pinpoint what it is. This is a diagnostic tool for a home that it will be much more efficient use of your money.
Can we start with this instead of doing, you know, the typical energy audit where they do that blower?
Yeah,
kind
the
of-
blower test. Well,
right.
then you will not be eligible for the Eco Energy rebate program.
Okay, so we have to
So
definitely do that
you start
blower
with that
test.
because then you can have a pinpoint of where you're starting and where you're finishing.
Right.
Because once you fix those problems and you've addressed those issues, the people will come back with the Eco Energy audit,
Right.
and they will say, okay, so now the test results show that you have improved by such and such a percent, and you're eligible for the rebate.
Okay, gotcha.
And is something like this, having someone come in, an inspector come in with a thermographic camera, is that an expensive thing?
No, it runs anywhere from $150 to $300. It's very simple. The only tool that they need really is something like this to start off with.
Right.
It's not bulky, it's very simple, there's no mess in your home, and you're actually containing the mess in your home to a very limited quadrant based on what they find. If they find an issue, let's say, with insulation around your electrical outlet,
Right.
well, that's very simple to fix.
Right.
You don't need to do the entire wall.
So the cost effectiveness of doing this on top of the blower test is the fact that you're going to be able to pinpoint it. You're not going to have to do that entire wall of insulation. You can do that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And whether it's your wall or whether it's an outlet or whether it's your furnace vents around the walls, you can pinpoint exactly where those issues are and address them. So it's a very cost-effective solution.
Right.
And are there a lot of inspectors that are using this technology right now, and how do people find them?
At the present time, in Ottawa, I'm aware of two.
Okay.
Barrhaven Home Inspectors has been rated very highly with the BBB, and this is why I have personally chosen them.
Right.
They're a local Ottawa company that have a very good reputation. They've been around for a long time. And their results are very concrete, and the feedback from the customers is very positive.
Let's say you have a newer home and you're not necessarily concerned about the fact that I have to do an energy audit, but you know, even on newer homes, we've seen it on these reno shows, they have their little problem. What are sort of things that we should look at in and around around our home?
Actually, for new homes, it's wonderful that you mentioned this. You are always going to have small issues. You're also going to be under new home warranty.
Right.
So this is a wonderful tool to make sure that everything has been done properly. And if there are issues, you can address them immediately before that warranty runs out and before symptoms actually show up.
That's perfect.
So this way you are addressing those issues. And once you know your home as well, once you know that all the work has been done properly, you are assured. This is an insurance policy.
Right.
To make sure that your home is in tip-top shape. Whether it's an old home, same thing for purchasing new homes. You do home inspections. Great tools, absolutely necessary. But an inspection like this will give you a much clearer pictures. What type of investments will you need to be making into a new home purchase?
Maybe something like this every 5 years kind of thing to make sure that your home is still...
Absolutely. When you have new equipment put into your home.
Right.
When people fish wires or whatever, make sure that no insulation was damaged. So absolutely, every 5 to 7 years, this is a great tool to be used. It's low cost, and the cost effectiveness is unbelievable.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Definitely a lot of fun and very interesting.
Thank you so much. Great tool, and it's wonderful to be here.
It's great to have you.
Great. Well, coming up next, we're going to have a little game,
yes,
Derek
we are.
and I. Oh, by the way, you can also still apply for the Eco Energy Rebate Program until March 31st of 2012. So you can get on that quickly.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.